So the second topic of this course is planimetrics or planning or plans, whatever you call it, which is creating plans or blueprints for our design. Go ahead and open the number one floor, first floor view, and let's give some style for this blueprint. First up, you can create a sheet or use one of the sheets in here, which have already been created. Architectural floors, number one and number two, and already has the building elevation. This is the metric or the imperial multiple template that we select at the beginning that has these sheets already created. So if you wanted to create another one, you hit right click and new sheet. You select the title block that you want and the size that you want and click OK. And the thing that you have to do is, for example, the site plan, click it and drag into the sheet. And you will see that you have changed this blue square from white to blue because it's already put in a sheet. That's how you create a sheet. Now, how I can give style for this sheet? You can go to VV or VG, visibility and graphics, and select and give properties to each of the categories of the model. Here you have the model categories. Then you have annotation categories, which are 2D elements, such as grids. You here find the grids. You here find the sections and elevations tags in such all these annotation elements, which are in 2D. And then you have also imported categories. If you have imported a DWG or an AutoCAD file, and some filters, which is useful to put colors in the plans. Now, let's give some patterns for this blueprint. I'm gonna give a pattern to the cut elements, the elements that are cut in this view, which are the walls, because we are watching the walls cut it at the at one point at 3 feet tall. We have created a section to see what's in that view. So the walls are being cut. What else? Now I hit the W to watch and to find the wall category, and in the column pattern, in the cut section. So if it's being cut, I'm gonna give a pattern, which is solid fill and color black. Why? Because I wanna see the walls in black in the floor plans. What else? Wanna see the floors with a hatch, kind of hatch. So here you have that the floors are being hidden in the surface because they are not being cut as we are seeing it from the above. That said, it has to be a projection or a surface pattern, which in this case is hidden. Gonna change it to whatever hatch I want and hit OK to see how. Okay, was still hidden, so I'm gonna click it here in visible. The foreground and the background as well. It's okay. And then hit apply, and now I have this hatch being applied to the floors. This is basically one floor plan on the way that we give style to the floor plans. The other things that the plans have are the 2D elements which we can organize to being displayed in the correct place. How do we create a section? I don't think that we have sections here. Yes, we have one, but I don't see where is it located. I guess it's this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna move it for it to cut the geometry in the half. And now I see that it's cutting the building in the inside. So for the sections, I can give this visibility and graphic setup. Again, I VV, go to walls, and in the cut patterns, gonna select solid fill. Select the color that you want. If you wanna give a different style, you can do it. And here I'm cutting as well the roof, the floors, and the ceilings. So let's get into giving some patterns to these three categories that are remaining, which are roofs. I don't want a solid fill, I want a diagonal in a dark blue in the foreground. Hit apply, and then I have it. For the floors, if I hit F, I'm gonna come here to the floors and give some solid fill, which is gray. Okay, apply. And for the ceilings, I'm gonna give another color, which is kind of red, which is being applied here. What else? What do you have if I have created a blueprint that I like? Well, I can create a template, not a project template, but a view template, which will give the same properties to the other sections that I create. So in the View tab, View Templates, and create template from the current view, and giving it a name that you remember, which is sections with capital letters, so it stands out from the other templates already created. You have your own template, so you can give it to other sections that are in the model. How do you apply it? First off, you have to create a new section in this button. This creates a new section next to the 3D. You have the section button, and then click once and click twice for you to create the cutting line, and then you have the projection of the section at the place you want to cut. Here I have it. I want to up to this point. And gonna pour it into a new sheet. So up to here I have the elevations. Here I have the section, which is empty because the sections are not being placed in any sheet. Once I place it, this comes to blue. And this is the section I have just created. So how do I put this template into this one? Double click it to start editing this view, and select in the properties panel at the identity data tab the template you want to create. You want to select sections, which is the one that we created, and we have put the same setup from the section above to this section.